Hello, welcome to Off Grid Thoughts channel. Today I'm working on a mini blind I'm going to be installing that's about halfway up my staircase in my house. And I live in one of these HOAs. It really wasn't a place that I would have preferred to live, where I live. But at the time, I was going through a custody battle. And, when schools are nearby and you're right there, and your child's home is right there, that's the best thing for your child. And, so that's what I decided to do. I'm a country boy. I'm not up for this city stuff. I'm not cut out for it. But what I wanted to show you is, when you've got a long window and a long mini blind and it's really up high, and you'd have to do some things to mount it because they mount from the top. This is where I'm going to come in with this video and kind of show you what I'm going to do to make it a little bit easier. So what I've got here is a couple of angle construction brackets that I've steel epoxied to some flat steel. These pieces of flat steel are about 3 feet long. And they'll be on the sides of the windowsill. And these two holes here in the angle bracket, I'll mount them to the ends of the mini blind. So that way, these will just hold the whole thing up. And what I'll do is I'll drill some holes, maybe about an inch from the bottom. I'll drill a hole. I'll come up about a foot. I'll drill another hole. If I can get any higher than that, I'll drill another additional hole, but I'll screw it down to the side of the windowsill. But this steel epoxy is still wet. This is the long setting type of steel epoxy, so I have to let this dry for 24 hours. So, and after I let it dry, I'm gonna paint all this white to match the windowsill and the mini blind. But yeah, I'm in an HOA, so and I live in a hot environment, so if the sun really does a number on the mini blinds, and I basically have to, I had to recondition some of them, and replace some of them. But this is a way that you can mount them up higher without having to set up a ladder or anything like that. Now this is about 72 inches long when it's expanded. I've got a couple of them that are like 93 1/4 inches. They're even longer than this one. Like this is 3/4 inch wide, flat steel. The bracket's like 1.5 inches wide. But if you go up, if you're going, if you're going to do this with a taller mini blind than this, I would recommend that you get 1 inch wide flat steel, maybe 4 feet long, a little bit wider and longer. Because when I went to when I was shopping for this flat steel, these are fairly stable. But I went to another store and the same thing in a different brand was much more flimsy. So this will work out really well. But yeah, if you're going to go taller than what I'm doing here, maybe 1 inch and 4 feet long. This is 3/4 of an inch, 3 feet long. And I'm going to take my rotary tool with a sand bander, and I'll sand any spots of this steel epoxy away before I paint them. But there's always a way to do something. And I have ladders and things like that, but it's not really something I really want to do halfway up the staircase and, things like that. So you can come up with other ideas. And that's what I've done here with this. So, but, I'm a country boy and I don't, my heart is in the country, and at some point I'm going to be I've actually got a little place out in the country, but it's not really set up yet, and but that's something I'll probably be doing in the longer term. It's something I've been working on for quite a long time. But to all the people out there in the city, or people who, had to come to the city for various reasons that they didn't really prefer to, don't give up on your dreams and what you're doing. Because you're not alone. I mean, there's a lot of people that, for various reasons, they've had to live in places they would prefer not to live. I'm one of those people, but that's all right. That's the great thing about America. You can always change your mind, even if it takes you a long time. You can, you can change your circumstances. You can, everything is not permanent. If you're working towards something, it'll eventually happen. But this is what I'm showing you here is one way to do something, that you may not have thought of. I have a saying: the more you think you know, the more you realize you don't know. And the people that you thought, would never be your friends, sometimes they turn out to be your friends. Sometimes your best friends turn out to be, nightmares and the worst people you never thought it was possible. And sometimes it's okay to not have any friends. All this stuff's up to you, but if you think about the things you're doing, you pay attention to what you're doing, and you're not allowing people to sabotage you. And sometimes that can be out of your control. That can go on for a long time. But eventually, if all you focus on, are things that you know are rock solid. They're going to help you. You focus on those things, and then one day you'll realize, oh wow, this or that has panned out, meaning this or that has actually happened. It's here, it's solid, it's in reality. I can do this or that. I have the tools to do this or that. Then you can completely change your life, because there is so much sabotage out there. There's so many people that they just don't get it. They think there's only one way to do something. Um, Trust yourself. Believe in yourself. It can be a long, hard road, but you can make things happen, even if it's just an idea. If you didn't have the money at the time, you can, you can do anything you set your mind to do. Okay, I hope this helps everybody with an idea to hang a really tall mini blind. Always be very careful when you're working with chemicals or steel epoxy. You never want to get it in your eyes or, touch this stuff too much with your fingers. Always wash your hands. Be very conscientious of that. But steel epoxy sticks very good to steel. So, there's other ways you can do things. This is just one way to do something. But again, I hope this helps. You take care and have a good day, everybody. Thanks for watching.